I know not all heroes wear capes. Some of them click subscribe buttons. Hi lovelies, how are you doing? This video is basically inspired by all the conversations and all the things I've been seeing in the past couple of weeks, months. Many things I share on here are inspired by things that I see. And one of them is the video by Kamsi Nnamani that was about stop wasting your 20s, that I really felt inspired by. And then also basically conversations that I've been having around me. I was hanging out with my sister, I think a couple of days ago, and she was talking about how people of my generation, or people in their 20s right now, are just more outspoken. They know what they want and they just go for it. And as much as I think that's true, I've also realized that some people, and even sometimes people that seem like we know what we're doing, for example, sometimes we're undecided, and it's just really a big thing for us to be active about our lives and not be passive. So this video is about how to be more active in your life. So I think first things first is to define the kind of life that you want. Before you can actually go about achieving your goals, you need to know what you actually want. So what kind of life do you want to live? That's why some people create vision boards, right? So they can see and so that they can also plan the kind of life that they want. So the first advice and the first tip I'm going to share is focusing. My latest thing to say now is focus on your focus, and it sounds like ridiculous. Like, what does focus on your focus mean? But it's like being extra focused. So many times it can be so easy to be distracted, especially now, right? There are so many distractions. To be distracted and not really be focused on what your goals are, what your plans are, or not have actual solid plans. But it's very, very important to be focused, to be disciplined, to be consistent. Because when you're focused, right, you're consistent. You know that it's by working hard on something but also keeping up with what you're doing. For example, it's been a rough past couple of days, right, and I wasn't going to film this YouTube video just because I was tired. But I'm like, you know what you want, you know what your goal is, you have to be focused. And so here I am on your screen. So sometimes it's not about what's convenient, it's not about just doing it or when you feel like it. It's about being extra focused, being extra disciplined, and being extra consistent. And that leads me to the next point: stepping out of your comfort zone. Oh my god, nothing. I saw a post that said, do you want to grow or do you want to be comfortable? And I'm like, can I be both? And really, sometimes you really can be both. Like I just said, you have to step out of your comfort zone. If you're always comfortable, if you're always doing things that are convenient, then you won't be growing. What makes you stand out from the next person? You can be cautious and still try things, be open to new things, doing things that you've never tried before, doing things that scare you, do things that you're not even sure if you'll be good at. Just push yourself, because if you don't push yourself, then how would you know that you can really do this or you can really be good at that? So leave your comfort zone consistently. When you leave your comfort zone, you will meet more people, you'll meet new people, you build better relationships, and that's something that is very, very important in your 20s. If you want to go far, you have to be able to rely on other people that can help you get there. You need to network, you need to meet new people, you need to build a community, you need to be a part of a community, that can bring you up, that can take you to where you need to be. Now, while you're meeting these new people, while you're making new connections, while you're networking, make sure that you surround yourself with good friends, with solid friends, with stable friends, with people that share the same goals as you, which is why I said community. I think many people struggle with making new friends, at least that I've heard of. And that's why I made one video a while ago on my Instagram about how to make new friends. And if you're interested, I can make a longer form, because that was just 1 minute. Make sure that as much as you're networking and meeting new people, there are people that are not so great and that just can be bad for you. So you need to surround yourself with people that understand where you are at and where you want to be. People that will not be like, oh, you're not available to hang out, you're not available to do this, when you know that you're really busy and that you're really working. You need to surround yourself with understanding people that are also hustling to improve themselves, to be more active in their own lives, to not waste their 20s. Something else to really understand and to bear in mind is that your parents will not always understand what you have. Some people and their jobs aren't supported by their parents. My dad wanted me to be a lawyer. That did not happen, thank God. When I didn't get into law, was it disappointed? Yes. But will it be okay? Yes. And it's fine. So I studied mass communication, and I'm glad, because that's the line I'm pursuing, communication. But even if I had studied law, I would have still found my way back into communication and back into this line, because I'm not just following what my parents want for me. I'm not just doing things because I don't want to upset my parents. I'm actually doing the things that make me feel happy. I'm pursuing the line of work that makes me feel fulfilled. So please make sure that you're not just doing what makes your parents happy. As much as you want your parents to be happy, they'll be fine. They're really speaking from a place of what they know. Your parents, yes, they've been here on earth longer than you. They know what's good for you, but based on what they know. So you have to understand that the jobs that exist right now did not exist 10 years ago. My job, content creation, digital marketing, all of that was not what it was 10 years ago. I don't even know if it actually existed. So my parents will not understand what that is. My dad does not understand really what I do. I think my mom understands because we kind of talk about it, but like she can't really know exactly what it entails. So it's fine if they don't understand you, as long as you're doing what makes you happy, as long as you're doing what you want to do. So remember that it's your life. Your parents have lived their lives. They will die. It's scary to think about that, but you are going to be accountable for yourself. And I understand that many times we succumb to what our parents want just because, you know, they're the ones that are funding the lifestyle. You can't afford to do things by yourself because you need their money. And so that brings me to my next point about money, about not being passive about money. I used to be passive about money, just like, oh, money will be there, money will be fine. But no, now I am very active about money. Send money.
Send money.
Very active about, you know, saving, about investing, about finding other means of income, which are things that you should focus on, things that you should be active about. Before, I used to just do when I get my money, I would have emergency savings, and that was the only kind of savings that I had. And so every time I had any issue, and my biggest problem was phone. My phone was always breaking, getting lost, something ridiculous or the other. So I would save money only to, in one fell swoop, carry all that money and throw on my phone again. And it was just ridiculous until I read Smart Money Woman, and that was the thing that really woke me up to, like, you can't live life like this. And actually, I started listening to the podcast Smart Money Woman, and I like it. You can check that out, or let me know if you already listened to that or any other money related podcast that you listen to. I know that Money Moves, I think is the name, by Tony Tones on BBC. There's also another podcast that seems really nice. I'm really open to hearing and speaking about money. So let me know if you know any suggestions, or I don't know, books about money sometimes I find boring. I think Smart Money Woman was only really interesting because, you know, it mixed with a bit of cheesy romance, but it made it kind of interesting. There's been a lot of conversation on crypto and all kinds of things, and as much as I want to learn, I haven't learned it yet or how to go about it. I also realized that trading is also a conversation, but trading is not a passive income. Trading is very active income, and I really don't have space for that right now. But just work out what works for you, learn what works for you, and figure out what works for you and help you grow your money. Read things, listen to things, ask people questions. Anybody that seems like they have their finances in order, ask them, find out what to do, which is why I mentioned community. You can join a community of people that discuss money. I know that Money Africa on Instagram has a Telegram community where they share all kinds of things. They reach out to me about some community that they have and some material that they will share that will help you with investing. And I think that was like, I think they said it was 20k. They said it was 20k for a year. I can't remember, but just find out, you know, research and do things. Be very active about money. Many of us like to shy away from conversation about money. You know me, I don't shy away from it because I think that we need to really discuss it. If you want the life that you want, that you dreamt, that you want to have, money will help you get there faster. So I don't know if I'm supposed to pretend like I don't care about money. I care about money. So yes, and find other means of income. Find a way to bridge what you need to get to, but at the same time, like I always say, make sure you're not doing this to the detriment of your mental health. Don't chase money and then die before you can spend the money. Another tip that I have that you shouldn't be passive about is improving yourself in terms of your skills and what you bring to the table. So make sure that you're learning, that you're always educating yourself. If you need to do anything, please read up about it, ask questions, you know, Google things, use apps, use YouTube. There are a whole lot of, you can learn, even Pinterest. If you want to learn how to mop your floor, Pinterest has the information. If you want to learn how to clap your hands, I'm sure you can find it. If you want to learn how to sit down, you can find it. So make sure that you're always educating yourself and that you're improving. Something that I've been practicing is editing, because, you know, I have to make a lot of videos and I've been getting better at it, and I've been loving that for myself. So improve your skills. You don't want to look back and realize that you're still in the same place as you were a year ago or even like a month ago. You want to be growing constantly and consistently. Focus on growing. Something else I think that would encourage you to be more active in your life and to be less passive is to read books and just basically consume things that are beneficial to you. So that can be books, that can be podcasts. I know that the book that really changed me and that made me rejection proof is actually the book Rejection Proof. So like before, and I just always used to really be scared about if I say this, someone can tell me no or turn me down or reject me. And I reviewed it on my Instagram, and the book just really opened my mind to like, what's the worst that can happen? No. What can no actually do to me? Nothing. It's just no. It's just no. So make sure that you read books and open your mind to certain things. Stay open-minded. It's so important. If you want to be more active about your life, you want to take actual steps to improve your life, to level up and all of that, you have to make sure that you're open-minded. If you're not open-minded, if you're closed-minded, you're just sticking to what I know is what I've always known. Hello, you're gonna be stagnant. So you have to be open-minded and try new things. Like I've said, another book that I would recommend that I really liked was Maybe You Should Talk to Someone. Oof, that was really good. That was a really good read, and everybody I have recommended it to, I believe I recommended it to like, I reviewed it on my Instagram generally, but people that actually got the book when I said to, about like 5 people. I think 3 of them have gotten back to me and they were like, oh, really love the book. And so make sure that you're not dulling in terms of like reading books that will open your mind, that would make you want to move forward in your life. I'm not really a self-help kind of book person, but there are some books that are just really, really interesting, and that's like Maybe You Should Talk to Someone. So find other books. I also like to read fiction literature, and I learn a lot of things from them when I read them. General books. Right now my interest is on women, books written by women or books about women, which are best written by women. But if you're interested in those, I can also make a video about books that I've reading and books I think you should read. So read books, listen to podcasts, have fun, learn from others. Something I'd like to say to anyone that's just really feeling like, oh, they don't have the right mindset, or they are looking for how to improve and they feel like they're not doing enough. You just clicking on this video means that you are actively seeking ways to improve and you're already on the right track. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about, oh, that you need to do more and everything. Yes, you'll do more, but one thing that you're already doing clearly by watching this is that you already want to improve. If you want to improve, you already recognize the problem and you have the desire. Those are the first 2 things to knock out, to growth, to improving. So something that disappointed me for a while was that when I was in uni, I wasn't very active about what I wanted to do with my life. I just kind of moved through the motion, I was studying mass communication, but I didn't really think about what I wanted to do after. I was just like, this is what I'm doing now. I don't want to think too much about it. And as much as that has its own place, I didn't really plan and I didn't really seek out how to grow. And I feel like sometimes whenever I see videos of people that have been creating content for a long time, whenever I see videos of people that have been doing vlogging and just general content creation, it makes me feel like I should have been doing this a long time ago. When I was in school, I had a bit more, I would have even had more content to create. I'm like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? But I'm just like, I had to go through the journey of what I did to end up where I'm at. If I had skipped all of those things, I would not have the same experience that I can speak from. I would not have the same knowledge that I can speak from right now. So I'm like, yes, I would have loved to do all of those things when I was younger, but I do know what I want to do now. I wasn't in the frame of mind and I just wasn't into those things then. But I am now. And so it's never late. I mean, it's not late for me and it's really not late for you to be active and move towards what you want, move towards your goal in life, move towards your dream life, Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know and please click the like button because it allows other people that would also enjoy this video to see it and to watch it and to be able to share with their friends. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching my videos all the time. See you in my next video.